the monster called stress. Everybody experiences stress at one time or another because this is life. But sometimes some little level of stress is good. Stress keeps you on your toes. Imagine you have a deadline to meet in 24 hours. Where do you get that energy? And by the way, you are able to finish. But if you're given 3 weeks, that work may never be finished. So some stress is good. Stress can also save a life. You can imagine that you are driving and then something all of a sudden causes you to brake because you are going to hit a person or hit something or another vehicle. So that is the stress level that is good. Stress also makes you concentrate on what you are doing. Like imagine that you have a situation at hand and it requires you to be very perfect. In that case, your stress level makes you very alert and you can concentrate. But sometimes when the stress goes beyond a certain level, now it becomes harmful. So to deal with stress, you need to know what is stressing you. Many people have different issues that stress them. But some of the major things that happen in life and make people get stressed to a point of getting ill are like loss. You have lost a loved one through death. You have lost a partner through separation or divorce. You have lost a child. And for the older men and women, their children leave home and they have this feeling of the empty nest. So they come home, the children they used to play with, the children who used to meet them, the children who are making mistakes in that house, they are no longer there, they are now grown-ups, and that can also be very stressful. When people retire from their active jobs, again, it can be very stressful because you find yourself with a whole day, you have no program, you have no work to do, you don't even have the energy to do any work. And so it can also be very stressful. So what you need to do is to find what is causing me stress. Stress can also be caused by relationship issues. So you're in a relationship and you want to hold on to that relationship. Some relationships are manageable, others are extremely abusive. And because you don't believe that you can do without that person, again, you continue in an abusive relationship. It can cause a lot of stress. Stress can also be caused by work-related issues. So you have too much work on your desk and maybe you have deadlines to meet. Look at teachers, for instance. They have a lot of stress at the end of every term. They have marking to do, deadlines to meet, reports to make, and this can be very stressful to the teachers. Financial difficulties or financial situations you find yourself in can also cause you stress. You haven't paid your bills. You don't have a regular income. It can cause you stress. Look at the basic needs. Can you meet your basic needs comfortably? Immediately you know that you can't meet your basic needs, then it can cause you stress. Children and family are also a cause of stress. Now, you need to know when to look for help. You need to look for help when you realize that you are withdrawing from others. When you find you want to live in solitary, you want to live alone. You need to look for help when you start procrastinating and it is not in your nature. You need to look for help when you start neglecting your responsibilities. Like when you have a deadline to meet and it's like, I don't care now, I don't want to work anymore. You also look for help when you realize that you are now using an alternative to cool you down, like using drugs, using alcohol, using substance, and so on. You also need to find out the physical symptoms that you are experiencing. For instance, you could be feeling like you're in a panic mood, like you have headaches, you are getting high blood pressure, you are having stomachache, lining stomachs, and then or maybe you also have insomnia. All these are signs that you need to look for help. And it is easy to get that help. Sometimes just simple exercises can work. You can get out of that office, go and stroll, go to the gym for once, for swimming, and just let yourself float there. You can go for a walk. You can talk to friends. You can also talk to a therapist. There are so many therapists online these days, but don't allow stress to kill you, my dear. So for this, follow, share, like, promote.